Greetings, gaming fans. I'm Wayne Santos, and this is the CGM Weekly Goods edition. So let's get down to it, sad as it is. First up, it's more bad news. Tom Clancy, better known as the man who gave us the Hunt for Red October way back in 1984, started off a whole big fashion of contemporary military thrillers. He died on Wednesday at the age of 66. He's not just known for the Hunt for Red October, of course. It's like, for gamers, most of us will know him for the string of games from Ubisoft that, had his name in front of them. One of the most interesting things, though, is that he didn't actually start just with Ubisoft. He actually began his own gaming studio, known as Red Storm Entertainment. That was back in 1996. While he was with them, he came up with a bunch of other games, including Rainbow Six, which I'm sure most people will recognize, and Ghost Recon. His studio, though, was eventually bought by Ubisoft in the year 2000, and he continued on the partnership with them in the meantime. He was like always sticking his name on things until back in 2008, Ubisoft actually finally decided to just buy his name for use in all of their future games. So it's a little weird then, even though Tom Clancy has passed away, as far as Ubisoft is concerned, his name lives on because they bought it. For you PS3 guys out there, I'm not sure whether you noticed, but there was actually a firmware update for the PS3. This puts us at 4.50. It went live earlier in the week, and it brings a bunch of weird new tweaks to the PlayStation 3. For all of you hardcore trophy whores who really wanted a huge trophy count, but actually had to humiliate yourself by playing Hannah Montana games and other things for easy platinums, you can now hide which specific trophies you want on your list. So, if you want to be suitably proud of your Dead Souls or Demon Souls Platinum, that can be up there. But if you don't want anybody to know that you played Hannah Montana, you can now hide that from public view. Also, for the guys that own the Vita, the PS3, thanks to this firmware update, has now been enabled so that you can do a data transfer wirelessly. I don't know whether you guys were aware of this before. I have to do this all the time because I have a Vita. If you want to transfer data back and forth, especially if you decide to download a game on your PS3 and then transfer it over to the Vita later, you have to use the USB cable that came provided. Now you don't need to do that. The PS3 and the Vita can talk to each other wirelessly, so it's a good thing. And last but not least, for all of those guys that envied the PlayStation Plus owners who were actually able to get automatic updates for games and patches and other things, this has now, the barrier for that has dropped. It's now anybody can get the automatic updates. You just have to go into the settings and give that option for yourself, and there you go. You can enjoy the same convenience, quote unquote, that PlayStation Plus users have been enjoying for the last little while. On the Xbox Live front, just for this weekend only, that is October 4th through 6th, Xbox Live Gold is going to be free. I guess it's just Microsoft's way of trying to encourage people to jump into Xbox Live and see what all the shouting is about in anticipation for Xbox One. So, if you're in, any of the major countries, of which, it's North America with, Canada, the United States, and Mexico is one, then yeah, if you don't have Xbox Gold, you will actually be able to try it out this weekend, jump into some multiplayer, try out the apps that require it, just see whether or not you actually want to subscribe to this in anticipation of the Xbox One coming, in November. And finally, okay, we've got some weird news here, or at least I think this is a little weird. You remember a little while ago, Square Enix announced that Deus Ex Human Revolution was actually going to have a special Wii Director's Cut, Wii U rather, and that was going to use the second screen functionality. It's okay, that's still happening, but as of October 22nd, that Director's Cut is now also coming to the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So what manner of sorcery is this, you may be asking? What's going to be happening is the Wii U is still going to be using its regular tablet controller, but now it looks like for the PS3 you'll be able to use a Vita if you want, and for the Xbox 360 that will take advantage of the smart glass technology that they have enabled, so you'll be able to use your Surface or some other sort of tablet. This is going to have various uses, whether it's item inventory management or actually using it as enemy radar, or even just for the hacking mini games that are included in the game. So we'll see whether people like this or not. This is also where it gets a bit strange. The Wii U guys are going to be shelling out $50 for this, or at least that's according to how Amazon is pricing it. However, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 guys will only have to pay $30 for this edition. So there you go. Deus Ex, Human Revolution, now coming to the Wii U, PS3, and Xbox 360, but it's $50 on the Wii U, $30 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. And that's all the news that we have for this week. If you want to read up more about this, you can just go straight to the CGM Mag online website. There's a link down there. Just read it, type it, whatever, and go over to the website and check it out. I'm Wayne Santos, and that's Weekly Goods for this week.